Paperless delivery has become increasingly popular as it is more cost-effective, friendlier to the environment, and for many clients more convenient. The two most popular formats for paperless delivery are PDF and ASCII. In this lesson, you'll learn how to export a transcript file to ASCII format. ASCII is an acronym that stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII format files contain letters, numbers, and symbols. ASCII files do not and cannot include any formatting elements such as font styles, sizes, underlining, bold, italics, and graphics such as box lines or images. These items cannot be included when a file is exported to ASCII. Think of ASCII format as sort of a lowest common denominator between software applications. This format can be used to open the file in non-CAT text viewing programs, such as a word processor. Okay, in the last two lessons, I printed a hard copy of the Gilpin job, and I created a PDF. Now, let's say one of my clients has requested me to provide the Gilpin job in ASCII format. Creating an ASCII file requires you to export the job to a different format. You could begin by selecting the Export button on the function bar, or click the Function menu and click Export. However, as there are many different export formats to choose from, there are two quicker ways to specify that you want to create an ASCII. You can right-click the file and select Create ASCII, or you can click the ASCII button on the function bar. The most common options for ASCII output have already been selected by default. Typically, all you will need to do at this point is click Export and create the ASCII file. But let's take a quick look at the available options. The first option is the default location. This is where the ASCII file will be saved after the file is converted. Same folder as selected file indicates that when the ASCII file is created, it will be stored in the same folder as the Case Catalyst text file. This location can be changed to any preferred drive and/or folder by clicking the Browse button and then selecting an alternate location. You can save an additional copy of the ASCII file in a different location. For example, some reporters like to create a copy of the ASCII file to external media, such as a flash drive or a memory card, as well as keep a copy on their hard drive that they can attach to an email or retain for their own reference or use with other programs. As with the default location option, you can click the Browse button and specify an alternate location for the additional copy of the ASCII file, if preferred. Here, you can specify the extension for the ASCII file. .txt is the default because almost all Windows programs will immediately recognize the .txt extension as an ASCII file. This option enables you to select whether the name of the ASCII file should be the same file name as the Case Catalyst file or whether you want to be prompted to type a new name when the ASCII file is created. Suppose after creating an ASCII, you discover a mistake in the file and go back into Edit to correct it, and then you decide to recreate the ASCII file. The setting for this option will determine whether Case Catalyst will suggest a different name for the new ASCII file or whether it will keep the same name and overwrite the original. ASCII type enables you to select a set of formatting options that will best meet the needs of your client's software. Page image is the most common ASCII type. Each of these formatting options will determine what features of the transcript will be included in the ASCII file you create. Some ASCII types have preset selections for these options. The page image ASCII type allows you to select or deselect any of these items to customize the appearance of the file. For now, I'll just use all of the default options and click OK to close the ASCII Export Options dialog. You may have different clients that require different ASCII settings. If so, after selecting the preferred settings for a client, you can click the Save Settings button and save those selections under a name. You would repeat that step once for each client. Then, whenever you create an ASCII for a client in the future, rather than click Options and select them all again, all you'd need to do is click Load Settings and select the Save Settings file for that client. Checking this box ensures that whatever settings are selected will be remembered each time rather than reverting to the default settings. Many reporters will create an ASCII of the entire transcript file. However, there may be occasions when you only want to create an ASCII of a portion of a file, a specific section, a range of pages, etc. When this occurs, you can select the range here. When you're finished selecting any options, You'll click Export, and the ASCII is created. Catalyst will notify you when the export is complete. If the ASCII file is saved in the same location as your transcript files, you'll see an ASCII subfile in the Job Details window, and you can double-click it to view the file and review the contents. This would be a great time to practice creating an ASCII file. Go to the Delivery Practice file in the Training User and follow the instructions for exercise number 3. When you're ready, proceed with the next lesson in order.